In Ramallah, in the occupied West Bank, is Xavier Abu-Eid, the political scientist, a former communications advisor to the PLO, the Palestinian Liberation Organization. Xavier, welcome to the program. I think you were hearing that report and you heard the Israelis there, those normal citizens, denying there's a genocide happening in Gaza. And the UN Commission says that the Israeli government is presenting propaganda to its people. I mean, how are those people not seeing the same pictures we're all seeing?
Adnan, it's always a pleasure to talk to you. I think the report shows a very important reality that people should understand with regards to Israeli society, which is the sense that the only victims can be them. The only victims since the Holocaust can be Jews. And it doesn't matter what happens to other peoples. It's also partially because those who are committing this genocide are their own children, Israeli citizens that are going into Gaza committing those awful war crimes and crimes against humanity. And therefore, it's very difficult for them to accept that there is a genocide. So some people will tell you that there are crimes committed, that there are some unacceptable steps that have been taken by Israel in Gaza. But the main debate and the main discussion that people like him or like the people that we just heard have in Israel, it's about how to get their captives back. And then whatever happens to Gaza, it's okay. But the issue are the captives, not a comprehensive solution that will prevent what's happening now by, of course, ending the Israeli occupation and having a political solution.
Is it clear to you, Xavier, now that Israel is about to or wants to complete a full takeover of the entirety of Gaza?
I think it's clear. And for Benjamin Netanyahu, this was a win-win situation with regards to Gaza City. Why? Because before they announced that they were going to take over Gaza City, they were expecting that in the negotiations for a ceasefire, the request was going to be for Israel to leave all of Gaza, withdrawal from all of Gaza. Now, the withdrawal that was presented in the last offers was about Gaza City, but not about all of Gaza. So, in other words, if they succeed in taking over Gaza City and to expel over 1 million people from Gaza City, it's a win situation for him. But also, if he can get the captives out without leaving all of Gaza, it's also a win situation. But I believe that if we follow this UN report that you have been referring to, if we follow the statements of Israeli leaders, including the Prime Minister and President, and if we follow the actions of the Israeli army, I think it's clear that the end game for them, the goal, is the ethnic cleansing of Gaza, and not just, or basically not really, the return of the captives.
I'm not sure if my next question is actually relevant considering what you've said, Xavier, because obviously we know that all of Israel's Western allies are insisting, as well as Tel Aviv, that Hamas not be involved in the future governance of Gaza. But you are in the occupied West Bank where the Palestinian Authority is in charge. Has the Palestinian Authority also been sidelined?
I think there is more than one point to be made here, Adnan. On one side, clearly there is regional isolation of Hamas. It's not just about Israel. I think there are several countries in the region that do not want to deal with them. And I think Hamas understands that they are not going to play a role in the next phase. But from the other side, I think it's important the point you just made. The situation we have here in the occupied West Bank, where the Palestinian Authority continues to coordinate insecurity with Israel, continues to follow many of the stance that the US was requesting from them. For example, the issue of stopping the payments for the families of Palestinian prisoners and Palestinian martyrs, among other elements, including welcoming the extremist Israeli ambassador Mike Huckabee into Ramallah. I think what's happening now on the ground with more checkpoints, with more land confiscations, with more Israeli-centered terror attacks, with Israeli army forces invading Ramallah just yesterday at 11 a.m., midday, when children were leaving school at 1 p.m. This is a situation that basically shows that no matter what Palestinians do, for Israel, it's not going to be enough. And therefore, it's clear that the message the Israeli government is saying is that no matter what happens, they are not a partner to engage into any sort of political process.
Really appreciate the analysis, Xavier. Thank you so much indeed. Xavier Abu-Eid in Ramallah.